Hello and welcome to this edition of Campus Connection. I'm Cynthia Casares.
And I'm Jennifer Thompson. Today we'll be taking a look at art galleries and festivals on campus and throughout Long Beach.
We'll also be sitting down with two students who are involved with art and culture on campus.
But first, Ivan Kwan introduces us to the Dirtbags' new head coach.
When Troy Buckley was introduced as the new head baseball coach of Long Beach State in the summer of 2010, he would follow in the successful footsteps of former coaches Dave Snow and more recently, former coaching partner Mike Weathers. Now, it is time for Buckley to take the torch.
I mean, tremendous opportunity. I extremely grateful and feel a ton of responsibility and also gratitude to be able to take on the legacy that those two guys, one built and one continued.
As first-year head coach, Buckley is definitely no stranger to the winning mantra here at Long Beach State. As a former pitching coach for the team, he developed now current major leaguers Jared Weaver, Cesar Ramos, and Drew Carpenter, to name a few. An impressive resume to show that he is the right fit for the Dirtbags.
I do understand our program, I do understand our school, our administration, I do understand the area, this community, and I understand what's expected. And I think our expectations are as high or higher than anybody else's out there.
While his achievements are not to be discounted, Coach Buckley stated that coming in as the new coach, he did not want to change the identity of the program already instated, but rather to continue to build on the success that had already been built here at Long Beach State. One of the main variables in making this happen was to get the players on board.
He backs up what he says. He has our back, and one of the biggest things he teaches with us is work, work ethic and being together, and that just kind of combines itself to a team, and it brings us together, and it brings us to really trust him and respect him for what he does.
Although the past 2 years have been a rebuilding phase for the program, Buckley does not see that holding back the plans he has in leading this team.
I'm going to dump a ton, and I already have a ton of energy into getting this program back to Omaha and winning a national championship.
Fans could follow the Dirtbags and Coach Buckley all season long at Blair Field. Reporting with Campus Connection, Ivan Kwan.
Thanks, Ivan. We hope that the new baseball coach brings in a winning attitude. As we know, our mascot, Prospector Pete, has played a large role in school spirit.
You see him at home games rallying the crowd, or on campus as you walk to class. You even see him on the menu of the Outpost Grill or the Nugget.
With our Pete, he is the beach tradition, and he's very important for game time, building up the hype with students and the crowds and the local community.
Students know Prospector Pete as Long Beach State's mascot, but his duties include more than cheering at games.
Show up to different events, whether it be a sporting event or an event within the community, and like for a photo op or just a carnival, and meet and greet and high five some kids, and just have a good time with the people of the community.
In 2009, Abarca, who has been Prospector Pete for 5 years, competed in the USA Nationals and took home first place under the mascot category.
That was actually the first time I'd competed, and I'd never heard of mascot nationals. I didn't even know they had national championships for mascots. You have to put together a skit of cut music and incorporate props and other mascots, kind of make it poking fun at them and pop culture. So we did a YouTube deal. The whole routine was based on YouTube videos, popular YouTube videos.
Last year, Abarca took home second place, and this February he competed once again to finish first under the theme of the workout program P90X. If getting the best view at home games isn't incentive enough to be Prospector Pete, students also receive a stipend which can go towards tuition. To find out more, check out the Beach Pride Center located on the first floor of the Student Union. Reporting for Campus Connection, this is Stephanie Rivera.
Thanks, Stephanie. We hope the next Pete will continue the legacy.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, Karen Lopez tells us about an art exhibit hosted by La Raza Association.
What do you think about the cast members on Jersey Shore, and do you think they should be viewed as celebrities in our society?
I definitely don't think they should be viewed as celebrities. Maybe something to gawk at, but nothing to be rewarded.
I don't know, they don't really do anything. They're just being themselves, and they have cameras on them. That's about it.
Nobody's really learning anything. If anything, they're just promoting drinking, smoking and having sex. So I don't see anything positive out of that.
I would view them as a celebrity, yeah, like they're famous.
They're getting paid to basically live their life and be as ridiculous as possible. So I don't understand why people would want to look up to them, which is kind of the definition of a celebrity.
They're not a good representation of Americans. They make us look really trashy, and I kind of wish that they would be taken off the air because it makes me look bad as a college student.
Of all the cast members on the show, is there a name that you've kind of heard that associates with the Jersey Shore?
Snooki. Yes. I know that she looks like a pumpkin from overtanning.
Snooki. I mean, but it's just because she's very different. And again, she goes about, like, she can be very crazy and wild, and she doesn't care really.
Snooki. Yeah. South Park made fun of her. I saw that.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Student artists displayed their work at Tierra de Oro event on campus. Karen Lopez tells us more.
The annual Tierra de Oro event celebrated music, art, and culture while exhibiting student artwork. The art festival was created over 35 years ago and is still held today by La Raza Association.
It was first created to give that space to Latino artists that were underrepresented in art galleries. It was really hard for them to display their artwork, have a space to, just show their art.
Face painting, music, and food brought all students out to promote the importance of art.
It's open to the whole school, and people outside still come in, because it's very hard still to, get your artwork out in galleries and things like that.
This event has branched out to not only Latino students, but any students wishing to display their art.
I have 5 out there. There's 4 that are stenciled, and they're like kind of, well, one is my boyfriend, and it's for Halloween, where he dressed up like Dia de los Muertos, and I did a stencil of him.
Students also sold arts and crafts throughout the festival. Money raised from the event is set to go to the Chicana Latina Conference. Reporting for Campus Connection, this is Karen Lopez. And with us today is Alfredo del Castillo, who is an organizer with La Raza Association. Hello, I'm Karen Lopez, and here joining us is Alfredo del Castillo, that's part of La Raza Student Association here on campus. Hello, Alfredo.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course. Can you tell us a little bit about La Raza Association, what you guys do here on campus?
Okay. La Raza Student Association has been here since 1968. We came about through the high school Chicano walkouts, and since then we've been focusing on several different principles. One of them, being being political, being academic, being comunidad, and through those different aspects, we try to help out as best as we can the Latino community by addressing the political issues that affect us, getting as many Latino students here on campus, and making sure we help them as much as we can to succeed and graduate, and then just bringing our Latino culture to on campus by celebrating various different events from different regions from Latino America.
Okay, and you recently held the Tierra de Oro event. Can you tell us about how this event got started?
Sure. Tierra de Oro is our oldest event that we've been having. It's been consecutively here on campus for more than 35 years. It started out as an art event to showcase the work of Latino artists who, back in the 70s, didn't have that much opportunities to showcase their work. So we gave them that space by having this event, and since then it's evolved to having work from students on and both on campus. And it's one of our most successful events where we just draw a bunch of amazing artists, and it's an event that it's a lot of fun for the campus as well.
Also, throughout the Tierra de Oro event, they sold their artwork. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, at Tierra de Oro we had a Conciencia Femenil. Sorry, it's another group that's associated with La Raza, and it's basically an organization that focuses on empowering women both on and off campus. And what they were doing was they were selling designs by of an artist who was a friend of theirs, and these designs were like famous Latino individuals like Selena, Frida Kahlo, and each of these designs, like, they had like a quirky twist to them. But all the profits were going to a Chicana feminist conference we were planning for the spring, this spring semester in April. And that is where we just draw history, and we talk about issues that are affecting Latinas, whether that be like identity, sexuality, gender roles, and just a space to like talk about and empowering like the status of women. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And now back to you. In other art-related news, the student art galleries give artists the opportunity to showcase their work on campus. Every Sunday, a part of Cal State Long Beach is transformed. The student art galleries install new pieces to be showcased to students and the beach community. Student artists say the campus art gallery both motivates them and offers them a space for their art to be recognized.
Art that's not shown to the public isn't art, really. It has to operate in a space to be able to function.
We really tried to problematize the gallery. So we kind of utilized it as part of the piece rather than just a place to display it.
For a group of sculpture students featured in the art galleries, making art is about creating relationships.
So we just wanted a social environment where people are exchanging ideas and having a chat, really, just hanging out. And we thought we'd bring it in the gallery, and a way to do that is through food. And there's a big move in art at the moment. I don't know if you've heard of relational aesthetics, where it's like the relationships between people are the art rather than a sculpture, an object, or a painting.
The artist found inspiration in everything from the movie Ink, which was the idea behind Ryan Kaiser's Pathfinder, to salt mines near Joshua Tree, which were the basis for Matthew Warner and Chris Denson's Empathy and Entropy.
I'm taking on the character from a movie, and his name is Jacob, and with his music box, he's able to change the path of people's lives.
Like the idea of the connection between the gallery and the site, like Robert Smithson's work. And so we began to create a dialogue about exchanging between that site and this site, and the difficulty of real natural sites that have been, polluted by people's use, and then the way that we could recreate or synthesize that sort of idea in the work.
Check out the Student Art Gallery calendar and schedule online at www.art.csulb.edu. There is potential for the CSULB art program to grow, with talk of expansion into downtown Long Beach, where an art campus could be built for graduate students. Reporting for Campus Connection, this is Cynthia Casares.
Here to speak about her experiences as an art student in her travels abroad is Catherine Davis.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Rivera, and I'm joined in studio with MFA art student Catherine Davis. Catherine, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with some background information. How did you get into art?
My mother is an artist, and she used to take me around New York City in my stroller to all the museums. And so I just grew up with a pretty broad awareness of different artists and different art movements. And then by the time I was in college, I pretty much knew in my gut that that's what I wanted to focus on.
And what kind of art student are you?
I'm in the Drawing and Painting Contemporary Practices MFA program, and my area of concentration is mixed media collage. So I make works on paper using a variety of materials, tape, glue, pencils, pens, pastels, shells. I mean, it kind of borders on collage and assemblage, so 2D and a little bit of a 3D.
And was that always something you were into, or did you start off with something else?
I started with drawing. I've always loved drawing. And when I was in college, I did an oil painting thesis. But I think it comes down to what material you love the most. And all the painters I know, they just love oil paint, but I happen to love paper. Mm-hmm. So once I realized that, I transitioned to the collage work.
And have you had any struggles or any problems with being in the art field?
Oh my gosh, yes. It's always a struggle. You have to overcome a lot of fears. You have to be as direct as possible with your work. At the beginning, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what a project looked like. I only knew how to draw and how to glue things. And nobody can tell you how to do it. You just have to figure it. You can have like guidance, but you have to figure it out for yourself.
And I know the school has, or the art department provides student art galleries, and I know you've had your work in there. What do you think of them?
That's one of the best things about this program, because the work totally changes when you move it from your studio into a gallery. Sometimes it's louder, sometimes it's quieter. I mean, it's just totally different. So that experience of having to install and then critique the work in that space and then deinstall is pretty huge. And it's really valuable that so many students get to do that here.
And I heard you also were able to go abroad, I think as part of your art program.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there are a couple of fine art schools in China that Cal State Long Beach has a relationship with, and I studied in Guangzhou, which is in southern China, for 4 months at the Guangzhou Academy of Fine Art. And I lived in the city, and I took some oil painting there and then some wood cutting.
And how did you like that experience?
It was pretty amazing. I would definitely do it again if I could. It was kind of like this, you know, some days were just like really horrible and then some days were amazing. I treated the whole city like my studio. I walked a lot and took a lot of pictures and collected a lot of little things.
That's good. It sounds like it was really interesting. All right, well, I think that's all for now. We'll take it back to the studio with Jennifer and Cynthia.
When we come back, Michael Matthew will show us the annual step competition.
Also coming up, the Long Beach Shoreline Village got a taste of New Orleans.
When I think of celebrities, I think of like movie stars, like athletes, people who have accomplished something, not like reality shows that, you know, do nothing but act stupid and look retarded on TV.
Honestly, I don't really care much about them. It's just a big publicity stunt.
I mean, I would do it if I had the opportunity.
Reality TV stars are just like any normal people. They're not anybody special.
They're like the new celebrity.
Like they're all celebrity, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though their talent is just living their life however they see it.
They're just regular people, just like us. They haven't done anything spectacular. JWoww has their own like line and everything. They're just entertainment. They're entertainers. They're not celebrities. That's how I would say it.
Anybody basically could be a celebrity, you know. Anybody can earn that status. I can act the fool myself.
Or Snooki's on like the pistachio commercial
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
They act really stupid.
What have they done to contribute to anything, honestly, except just act like fools?
If we weren't to watch them anymore, then they would disappear.
Because play might be the best way to fight obesity.
Because staying connected makes my family stronger.
Because a safe place after school can lead to success in school.
Because physical activity is vital to my health and well-being.
Because I need to make my world better.
Because playing team sports teaches character and social skills.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at how Greek life is stepping into Long Beach.
In the year 1990, the Long Beach Step Show was created by the CSULB National Panhellenic Council. It began as just a local show, but has since become the largest collegiate-produced step show in the West Coast. Step teams travel from as far away as Washington, D.C. and New Jersey to perform in front of thousands of viewers. Stepping to the Beach is not just a show, it is also a competition for the frats and sororities to decide which crew is the best steppers. Films like Stump the Yard shows what goes on at a typical step show. Not only does the Long Beach Step Show have a history of attracting the top teams from across the country, but it serves as a huge community service event. Hundreds of tickets are donated to youth serving agencies from throughout the greater Long Beach area. In the morning, the Step Show CSULB NPHC partners with the Office of University Outreach and School Relations and the Educational Opportunity Program to offer workshops on college preparedness and the college application process to African American high school students and their families. Those who participate in the workshop are provided with tickets to the show.
I'm expected to be amazed because last year it was amazing. That was my first year. This year I'm expecting the most.
I mean, it's the biggest step show on the West Coast, so it means a lot to us. I mean, we're honored to be here, first off. just gonna go out there and do what we do.
The Long Beach Step Show was here weeks ago, and if you haven't been able to attend this great event, you're missing out on an enjoyable and exciting experience. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Michael Matthew.
Thanks, Michael. Now we'll go to Brianda Sanchez with more on how Long Beach celebrates Mardi Gras.
New Orleans came to downtown Long Beach and took over its streets. People of all ages came out to enjoy the event that promised to be a lot of fun. Over 400 visitors and residents came out to enjoy this community festival and were sure to let the good times roll. Or as they would say on Bourbon Street,
laissez les bons temps rouler.
There has never been a celebration like this before in Southern California, and Long Beach was the perfect place for it. And this party did not disappoint. It started off with the parade in Rainbow Harbor, and a live band was there to cheer up the crowd. Even children were able to have fun. Partygoers agree that this kind of celebration is a great way to bring a city together.
If I was you, come down to Mardi Gras.
And so that you can bring your kids down here literally for a couple of pennies and have fun.
The Long Beach Mardi Gras started in 2007 and added a parade in 2010. This community festival is meant for people to have fun and get an idea of what Mardi Gras is. But this festival did not start out as a grand celebration. Jeff Williams, a co-founder of this event, explains that this party was once held in a backyard.
I decided I'm just going to start having parties. And I cooked the food, and we'd play the Mardi Gras music and throw beads around, and the parties just got bigger and bigger. We'd have them in our backyard, and they got bigger in my friend's backyard, and then his friend's bigger backyard, and we just kept doing it that way. And then, so about 4 years ago, we gotten pretty big, and we're like, why don't we open this up to the public?
This is a free event that is sponsored by local businesses. Organizers hope to expand the list of people that are willing to help and make Long Beach a Mardi Gras town. Brianda Sanchez for Campus Connection.
Long Beach also participated in the National Creative Reuse Day. Laura Aguirre reports.
That's the sound of reusable creativity. What started off as a simple 100-word proposal to the Pepsi Refresh project turned into a block party between local Long Beach nonprofits and small businesses.
It's important to give the community an opportunity to connect with one another and really realize what other great organizations or individuals are doing within their community and have that opportunity to dialogue about how they can do even better things together.
Local business owner Lisa Hernandez submitted her idea of bringing people together to raise awareness on the importance of reducing waste.
Community coming together for this first ever Pepsi Refresh Creative Reuse Day celebration in the nation. It's unbelievable how the support of everyone coming together and enjoying the day and networking and meeting each other and building unity in our community through creative reuse.
There's everything from a crafts table where everyone is welcome to use creativity with reusable materials to drum circles like the one behind me.
The eco-friendly event also featured a waterless car wash, a rock wall, and competitions. Awards were given to some organizations and artists with the most creativity.
The village as a team, we collected Pepsi recyclables and we created a well, which was one of our members' ideas. A recyclable well where you can recycle your cans into the well's mouth.
Mayor Bob Foster also proclaimed February 27 as Pepsi Refresh Creative Reuse Day in Long Beach. More than just promoting waste reduction, the day was a haven for creativity and community. Reporting with Campus Connection, this is Laura Aguirre.
Thanks, Laura, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of Campus Connection. I'm Cynthia Casares.
And I'm Jennifer Thompson. Thanks for watching.